Well, Happy New Year.
Jesus Christ, don't do that to me. Hi, it's I don't know how he talked me into this, but it's now what?
Yeah.
A year in review and looking forward to 2025. Hello, Mark.
You know, the last time we did this was in 2021.
No way.
Yeah.
Well, you,
I was looking through some of our old stuff,
yes.
and the latest one was new intro 2021.
Wow, it's been a while. Has
Yes.
life changed for everybody?
It has.
Chip?
I love one. Thank you.
Yeah, I know
Pretzel.
you would. Okay, that's good. That's healthy. Anyways, hi. Welcome to Now What? We did this for I don't know how long during COVID.
Well, we did a whole year,
Right.
and then season 2 had 2 episodes.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh wow. Well, the demand is huge. Thanks for watching it.
Yeah. So, well, Happy New Year.
And to you too, my
Yeah.
friend. And to all of you.
What did you do for New Year's Eve?
Okay. This is pathetic. I took down my Christmas decorations, did laundry, and I watched The Godfather with my cat.
Did the cat appreciate it?
He made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah. So I watched The Godfather, my favorite movie of all time, second only to The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
I did a wedding social.
I saw that. I saw you were lined up.
Man, it was incredible. The bride and groom were actually nervous that they didn't sell enough tickets.
Well, I saw. Well, you broadcast a little early your first hit,
yeah.
and it looked a little empty. And
That was because we hadn't opened yet.
Oh,
I was just set up.
then why would you do that?
No, just to tell people where we were.
Oh, I get
come
it.
down. But
Can
later
your
on,
dog have a chip?
no.
Oh.
She's not allowed to have people food.
I can't help you, man. Sorry.
Yeah, our dog Shammy, she's a menace to everybody.
I think she remembers me.
Oh, she remembers.
Mark
you.
and I,
You lived with
if
her.
those don't know, we lived together for what?
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
2.5 years.
Yep.
It was an awesome time.
We had a great time. Time. And yeah, so here we are. I'm in your home now.
That's well, I got married in 2020. Hang on,
Oh, you better answer right.
2022.
She's right over there.
I keep saying I got married last November, but it's already been over a year.
I know.
So I mean, I couldn't be happier. I mean, Nancy is amazing. She was absolutely. She'll be on the show with us a little bit later on, at about 20 after. She is a bona fide life coach. She's a licensed life coach, and we're gonna be talking to her about how to navigate going into 2024 and dealing with whatever baggage you've got from 2023.
Well, I already screwed up 2024, but 2025, my
You get
year.
it? That's your
It's
year?
my year. Yeah.
I bet. So, hey, you know, we were talking about the fact that we
Whose
should do it.
faces are up there?
Those are friends.
Oh, there's little faces of his friends glued to snowmen.
Nancy did it. Well, we ran out of them because your face is not up there yet.
What?
So there's a couple more people that are not up
What do you
there
mean
yet.
up yet?
Well, that's
Christmas is
coming.
gone.
Well, next year.
Fuck. How long have we known? I don't get a face on a
No,
snowman.
we ran out of.
I should have been the first one up there.
I was not in control.
Why
of
did
that
you start me on these ships, man?
Because you like them.
Yep.
So we were talking about what we've done in the past, right?
Uh-huh.
I found.
Oh, talk
What?
about what we've done in the past.
What?
The McGillicuddy twins back in high school. Oh, they were something else.
I thought they were
Lisa
triplets.
and
Marie.
no. Lisa and Angie McGillicuddy.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
You said what we did in the past.
Yeah.
And I said the McGillicuddy.
Oh, you did them
Mhm.
because I didn't know them.
Oh, jeez. Keep moving.
Okay. So, anyways, Shammy, get out from behind us. Go on, back off. There you go. And so I found this
What?
when I was going through things. This was during one of our Christmas specials or New Year's Eve. It was our first New Year's Eve special.
Hey, yes.
I did a montage of a couple of the moments from our past, and there was a really great moment in there I wanted to show you.
I doubt it, but Shaquette.
How dare you say that to me?
Here comes a bumble. Didn't I tell you bubbles bounce and then their head falls off?
Have a very Merry Christmas. Tear it off. It fell off. It's kids are right home at home now crying their eyes out. Look, it's Linda Blair. There we go.
How did it end?
Can you show it again?
No. Stop!
All right, that's it.
I thought that's what you meant.
But look, I saved my beard for you. That's
Aw.
what,
I'm John.
that's disgusting. So
It's
if
in a bag.
I know it's my new item. It's called John Youngberg's beard in a bag.
John's bag.
I can only make.
John's hairy bag.
All right, I can only make one of these a year. So
Guess what's not getting into the show on Shaw?
I don't want-
Vagina trophy?
Look, okay.
Crotch
How many
goblins?
times are you going to say that?
Oh, that's my new word.
Right.
It's probably because I'm going to be the one that kills you. You did not hear that, Winnipeg Police.
Yeah, yeah.
Bid now for your John Youngberg hairy bag.
No, it's beard in a bag. You sick bastard. Give me that.
Well, it's a hairy bag.
Stop playing with it. You... Wow.
This bag exploded all over me.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just to remind you what living with you is like.
Oh my Lord. Sorry.
Remember these? Remember these?
Yes, our little mugs we had.
We were going to sell them to people.
Yeah.
Nobody bought them. We gave a couple away.
We did. We gave a few away. Our faces on them.
Yeah.
Our mugs are on a mug. I didn't save you my beard this year, though.
No?
No.
How are you supposed to sell it?
Well, I'm not. I don't do that. That's unhygienic.
Well, we've got a couple of hellos.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. I'm never getting married again. That
What?
he's referring to me because before I met Nancy, I said I was never getting married again.
Neither am
I
I.
don't know who that is because it's not coming up their name.
Don't be shy. Give your name.
And then Piper and Tara, don't know who they are.
That's my daughter-in-law and
Oh!
my granddaughter.
Hey, hi.
Hi,
I'm looking
Piper.
down because of
No, we're looking at that
I
camera.
know.
That's the camera.
Yeah, but I'm looking down
Hi,
because
hi,
it's small,
hi.
right?
Hi, yeah, but she can still see. That's the one we look at. Hi, Piper. Papa's here. Hello. And
then,
Tara, I love you
and
both.
then from
very much.
Willow Skylar Productions.
Yes.
We've got a.
Well, can you form a complete
Good
sentence?
evening, gents.
God, it's gonna be a long night.
Sherry. Sherry was the one who said, "I'm never getting married again." And
Yeah.
there's a hey. And hi, Kimmy K.
Oh, Kimmy's on board. Hi, Kimmy.
Yes, Kimmy's on board. Very.
I feel like
good.
that chick on raunchy romper room.
Rubber room. I see
No,
Kimmy.
I see. Yeah,
Barry.
raunchy room.
I always wanted them to say my name, but nobody ever did.
Yeah, when they said my name, I went ape shit.
Did you?
Oh, I ran into my mother's room. They called. They said, "I see John," not knowing that was just I thought she really saw me, which was kind of
That
freaky.
she was really a hooker and she saw John.
That's it. I was at least 6 years.
And you were a John already.
That's it.
That you got ahead. You
My
got
good thing my car's
go,
still
go.
running.
Yeah, you better catch it. Yeah, you got lost coming over here earlier.
I did, and I had GPS. I had
Barry
Google.
was on Romper Room too, apparently.
Really.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Barry. You and I can have a romper room reunion.
Yeah, we've got Taz coming up. Oh, Taz is in the house.
Tazzy.
Let's see. Oh, he's black.
What?
Look. Oh, there he is. He had the
I didn't see a
Privacy
thing.
thing.
I didn't see a thing,
he
man.
had the privacy thing on, so we couldn't see past his. I was like, "Hi, Taz. Happy New Year, buddy."
It's not going so well. I'm already wrecked my New Year's resolution.
Me too. I am so hooped for 2024. I'm just going straight to 2025.
That's
I blew
exactly
it
it.
the first day.
What was your
Yeah.
resolution?
I stopped
That's
listening
all
when you
right,
said about
resolution.
John's hairy bag, so I was not listening anymore after that.
Thank you very much. Aaron, all right. Okay. That's his fault, man.
That was a
Good to
funny,
see ya.
funny moment.
Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you too. You got got rid of your beard.
What?
You got rid of your beard.
You got rid of your beard.
Yes, I did, but I noticed because of the prednisone, I have another chin and a half.
Yes, he's like a
Yes,
Chinese phone.
it's
Rookie.
the prednisone.
Rookie. What do you think's hiding under here?
Hey, Tazzy, 10
Another
more,
Taz?
10 more pounds. I'm up to a B cup.
You're up to a what?
A B cup.
Why would you want to be a beat cop? I want to be a human cop. Like, what do you? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Bra size, you idiot.
Oh,
Oh,
I heard beat cop, not B cup, but that's nice. And let me know when you get to a Tassie size, which is I go there and I go, what size would I be? And the lady in the bra department goes, you need to leave.
yeah. They don't, we
And
don't go that large.
that's not where they go. So I'm like, oh, whatever.
It's all on the back, really.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got back boobs too.
I got two in the front and one big long one in the back is what I got. I got two here and then one great big long one
But you
across
are
my
fun
back.
to you're fun to slow dance with. I'll give you that.
Oh, 100%. I fell down the stairs the other day. Went.
You're gonna kill me.
What hit?
I did a jumping jack, and it sounded like a round of applause.
Right on.
When we were
Hey, Lala,
Hey, are you eating chips?
I'm not eating chips.
No, he's not.
hey,
They're already done.
Hey,
how
Hi.
you doing?
It's Lala,
I know
No kidding.
the lovely Lila.
The
Lala.
most patient woman on the planet.
They're barbecue, so they don't have any. Because what happens is, when they barbecue the chips,
Here we go.
the calories they dissipate, and this is the way. And then when they get really crunchy, and when you crunch them, it sparks and it burns up the rest of the calories. And so
Oh.
that's just science.
that's how it works.
That's how it works.
See, I'm a big believer in science, so I'd go with Taz on that one.
Yeah, you'd go with me almost anywhere, buddy.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Scientology.
Five Guys.
Nice to see you both. Happy New
Hi,
Year.
guys.
Nice to see you as well. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Bye.
For those of you who don't know, hey,
Did
that's
my
mine.
kiss taste like barbecue?
Taz, I want one.
Get away from
I
me.
want Taz to give me a kiss.
No, no.
Okay, you know what? You know what? Go for it. I'll give you a kiss.
Oh,
I
please.
bet.
And you know what? Nancy's gonna be like, oh, that's what's happening. And I'll be like, you're gonna need to get lessons from me. Otherwise, Gopher's not gonna like any more kisses.
I'm feeling your back boob.
Oh, wow. Wow. I'm sorry,
Moob.
but all right.
It's a moob.
Just so for people who aren't aware,
You mean
Taz,
just in general aren't aware, or
in general,
oh, does
Taz
this
was
show go to
the
does this show
guest
go to the
host.
States? Is that what you're talking about? Oh no, sorry, different.
You guys chat. I'm gonna eat shit.
Taz was a guest host with me on the show a couple of times while our friend here was getting better while he was in hospital. Another one that is the Mr. Barry K.
Barry K. Barry K. It's like Special K, but it's Barry K. Hey,
No,
hey,
Barry's very special.
he is. That's
I
right.
almost didn't come backstage because
How many people can we fit in the screen?
between the two of you guys, I was laughing too hard.
Oh, that's where you and I differ.
Yeah.
All right, Taz, thanks a
So-
lot. Well, good night, Taz.
Thing is that
What am
Barry
I-
and Barry.
Taz closed his lid.
Let's put this in the blog. So Taz is not only a comedian; he's a
Legend.
He's a keynote speaker. He's a legend. He talks to people all over the place about mental health issues and how to be yourself. Be good. Barry Kays and I are both disc jockeys, but we're not only that. We are entertainers. We
No, you guys are disc jockeys.
Barry goes beyond that. He does a whole bunch of things, including editing video and all sorts of wonderful things.
He puts on the most amazing bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs
The Bat
ever.
Mitzvah and Bar Mitzvah King is right there.
I got a gig coming up with him on the 20th, I
Yeah.
do believe.
And
Oh, I don't get
Youngberg
hired
here.
by Barry. I guess it's he just doesn't care.
yeah,
You
John
draw.
Youngberg here is not only
not to
a
tell jokes.
comedian, but he's an amazing musician.
What?
Check this out.
What the hell?
My name's John, and I'm awesome.
You know, I'm going, what?
I would dance like that too if somebody put 2 D-cell batteries up my arse.
Hey, I'm
Like
just
you
curious.
haven't.
I'm just curious why you didn't do dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
It wasn't on the set list.
Okay.
Sorry,
Hey,
man.
I want to wish you guys Happy New Year.
Yes, thank you. And you too as well to your whole entire family.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to wish Kimmy a Happy New Year and Barry, you know, you're on your own, to be honest. Maybe if you had a gig for me, I'd care more about you. Hey, so how you guys doing? Just asking.
So, just for the record, I hired John to draw pictures, not
No,
to.
I don't draw pictures, Barry.
He's drawing.
I am a 30-year professional caricature artist, having worked for Mad Magazine and Hanna-Barbera. So,
You are a
continue.
character.
Are they on a piece of paper, John?
Yeah.
They're pictures.
Taz, you bought some of my artwork. I still have pictures you
I paid you to
booked
do
me for
and I
in
just,
my studio over a year that you haven't picked up.
well, I really don't like you, so I don't want. I was hoping that we could just get them delivered, right? I like my post office guy.
Okay. I'll have delivered as soon as I make some modifications.
When I told you he
Oh,
was
I'm
on the
sure.
show,
I'm sure you'll do some modifications.
It'll involve sheep and a lot of crying.
well, who's crying, the sheep or him?
Oh, that's awesome.
Probably
That's,
sheep,
actually
yeah,
that's the theme of my next book.
Were you telling me he's your best friend when I told you he was on the show?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Taz and I go like
20
dog-
minutes.
oh my
We
God.
go back to the
is where we
Rainbow
first met.
Hotel in Swift Current, Saskatchewan, is where.
wow.
No, God, we don't have time for this story, but Taz, I live with my family.
We have all 2024 to tell this story.
I know,
That's right.
but no, Taz, I love you.
Oh, I love you too,
And we,
buddy. I tease you. That's how you know I love you, and that's
course,
why
man.
Barry,
I'm the same
Barry
kid
knows.
as you
Barry
are.
knows I love him too, and I don't tease Mark.
No, he does not tease me at all. He only says nice things to me. That's how I know he hates me.
Yeah, I know.
Well, hate's a strong word that I would leave for people that I really dislike. You're so far beyond that.
I don't,
Actually, like I don't know. I don't think God has a word for the way I feel about you.
are you talking to him or me?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
That's right.
a little bit.
That's right.
Do we have any hors d'oeuvres or anything?
Yeah, that's it.
That's funny.
Chips aren't hors d'oeuvres.
I don't know. I don't have any orders.
All right.
So,
Hey, what's going on here today?
Tell people what's on the show tonight.
So
Yeah.
what we want to do is we want to talk about the year past. You know, what did we go through? You know, everybody's year was so different. Like I lost my father in April.
I lost my brother less than a month ago.
Yeah, less than a month
Yeah.
ago.
We lost my mother-in-law. We lost my mother-in-law 6 months ago, right before the wedding. Yep.
Barry lost his keys.
So we've all experienced different forms of loss, but also a
We
lot
gained
of
so
great
many
gains
things.
in 2023, and a lot of changes. And you know, man, we're just gonna plow right into 2024, and we're gonna
So-
kick some major.
That's right.
Yeah,
Did you get any good gifts this year?
all
any of
gifts
you?
are good.
So I got this.
No,
It
they're
was
not.
supposed to be a chocolate Darth Vader. I left it over a candle, and it became a chocolate hole.
It looks like something. Honest to God, guys, it looks like something I scoop out of a litter box.
I mean, everything Nancy gets me, I wreck.
Hi, what are you doing right now?
Oh, I'm just on the show with you.
Oh, cool.
I work in the Brady Bunch because I love.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, fine.
I'm a
All right,
goofy
let's.
couple.
I'm going to start, Tazzy. I'm going to start with you,
Call and say hi.
Oh, I
guys.
like- that's
Guys,
awesome, Barry. Yeah,
guys.
it's great to hear you from you.
Let me.
Yeah, we
me
got to
see-
go up because the you know what? If you
Whoa,
took
whoa, whoa.
the two Muppet guys, they're upstairs.
Hey, Shemp and Larry, listen.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah, I can turn the volume back up now.
All right, Tazzy.
Yes, love.
I really want to talk with you for a few seconds. Then Barry, 2024 is going to be a great year, hopefully for all of us.
Yeah.
2023. How was your year? What are you grateful for? What's going on, man?
Well, you know, there was lots of up and downs in 2023. Quite a bit of loss, and but you know what? It's hard to go from goofy Tazzy to here's my heart Tazzy, but you can only experience loss if you've really, really loved having the people in your life, right? So the blessing is always having these wonderful people in your life that are sometimes torn away from you way too soon, or it's too suddenly, and things like that. So we had some of that, but I also got, and I haven't really said anything much about this, but I got the John Candy Award this year for my comedy and my dedication to mental health. And so John Candy's kids chose me, and I got it in Ottawa. Chris Candy, his son, was there. Jen was sick, so she couldn't come. That's Johnny's daughter. And I got to tell the story about how I met John Candy at Alicia's. A girl had said, "Hey, do you like Ukrainian food?" I said, "Yeah, I do." And then so we went, and I'd met her at Rumors. I don't remember because it was so many years ago, 25, almost 30 years ago. And I go in, and I look over, and John Candy's sitting there, and I did a double take. We're in Winnipeg. Why is he here? And he was with the DJ Gallagher, the great big DJ from MTV.
Right.
Oh wow.
And I look over, and he nods, and he gives me one of these. He goes, "Come here." So off my table, and go sit down with him at a table. I said, "I don't want to interrupt you." I said, "You're one of the reasons I'm a comedian." "Oh, you're a comedian?" "Yeah." I said, "I'm just starting out." And he goes, "Are you hungry?" I said, "Yeah, I'm hungry." He goes, "You like pierogies?" I said, "Yeah, I love pierogies. That's why we're here. Those two things are why I'm actually here." "Oh, sit down. We'll get you another plate." And so we get a plate, and we have some pierogies, and we're talking about, I loved SCTV, and we talked about all kinds of stuff. And then I looked over, and the girl that I was with, she's gone, right? So I don't know. So that was it, and that was and he was such a wonderful guy. About 20 minutes, half an hour I spent with him. And so I told the people that at the event, it was like 1,000 people or something, and I just said, I promised myself if I ever got famous that I'd always be the guy you could sit down and eat pierogies with, right? Because he was such a big star, and he was such a wonderful guy. The exact opposite of don't ever meet your heroes. So I told that story. I look over, and Chris Candy's crying, and afterwards he said, "Tell me that story again." And I'm crying and crying. And then after that, I did my set, and we did the thing, and then I proposed to Lisa, and she said yes, and we got married. We got married this August, so it's been a really.
I was there.
Congratulations on that.
I was there.
Yeah. You were at the one that went well.
Different days, so
You were there. You were at the one that went well, Johnny. The one that we got married in Okanagan as well. For all her.
Well, that was a big one.
Between forest fires and landslides and everything, it was. It's about 10 minutes of my act now, is what it is, if not more. So,
like 10 minutes the day before you were getting married, or you just got married?
Pardon me?
I spoke to you in Vancouver. Yeah. You were just getting married, or I think maybe you did get married.
Yeah, we were just we got married on August 28th in so if somebody could ever put that in their phone. Willow, you're here. I'll put that in your phone, and then remind me on the 26th of August every year to get an anniversary gift for my loving wife. But shows went well. I had probably one of the best years of my life. Show wise, I got a triple standing ovation at one of the gigs. It was crazy. And then about 20 minutes later, I doubted that I should ever do comedy again, because that's the way my brain works, right? It's broken. But
I get that.
I'm gonna try to help people whose brains are broken love themselves, and that's my goal for 2024. There's going to be a lot of more mental health and things happening, so I'm quite excited about that.
Right on.
Speaking about that, we've got our next guest coming in. Yeah, you guys don't go anywhere. You guys
you're not the boss of me.
Yeah, no, you guys can stay
Do you
as
have
long
any
as you
cheese?
Want. Yeah, we do have cheese.
All right.
Want some cheese in the fridge?
All right.
So
Nancy.
This is
hello, everyone.
This is Nancy McNaughton Dobre. She's
Happy New Year, everyone.
She's a Dreality coach, or that's the name of her company, Dreality Coaching, Dreaming and Reality put together. And
is this real?
Okay. Yes, this is real. And so the idea is well, first of all, Nancy, explain to us how you came about Dreality Coaching and what was involved? Like what exactly? I was going to talk about that a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's a big question. Well, first of all, reality is about where your dream meets reality, right? Because sometimes what happens is we say dreams can't happen, they're not real, and then just get back to reality, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to create a word that puts the two together, because dreams can become reality. Not always easy, but there's a process to get there. But so, yeah, that's how it came about. I got my life coach certification about 6 years ago now. And basically, my business in Steinbach is about helping people reach their dreams, their career dreams, and overcoming those mental health challenges and all those things that hold us back. Because, really, if we're stuck, there is something mentally going on, right? We're not thinking positive about ourselves. So we really just help people to focus on their strengths and their skills. And it's unbelievable. They don't even realize they have. But once you put the focus on you and what you are capable of, it's amazing. It's like what I also do is I teach international students workplace skills, and from all over the world. And that's my other business. I'm also a teacher. So I help them to realize, if they just look at just the journey of the immigration itself, coming to a brand new world, where your culture is different, your beliefs are different. And all of those skills that are attached to that journey helps them just to realize that they have more workplace skills than they even realize. So
looking at, people coming from 2023, we've all got baggage that we've gained and gathered. And
I got baggage from 75.
Yeah, well, that's a totally different issue. But going forward into a new year, a lot of people struggle with the word New Year's resolution, right?
Yeah, it's crap.
I don't do resolutions. Because the moment I open my eyes the next morning, they're already broken. And that's just me. I mean, I know you're the same way.
Oh, yeah.
You wake up in the middle of the night and break them. So
yeah. No, I mean, that's the thing, right? It happens so often, but it's something we do every day. I mean, we say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to start, or next week I'm going to start, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of day ones in my world, right?
There's
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop procrastinating tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I wanted to become clean and sober, it took me forever to realize that, I'll tomorrow, or I'd fall off or start drinking again, and then I'd hate myself instead of just realizing that what I want to do today is be a little bit better than yesterday.
That's all you can do.
Right. That's all we can do.
That's all you can do. Right.
But I think at the same time, and it kind of goes back to that, realizing what we already have and who we already are. And I'm the first one to beat myself up. I really am. But I also have that awareness of when I do it, and I'm trying to just become more aware of that. And so it really does start with loving ourselves, enough to go for what we really want.
Yeah.
But
to feel like that we deserve it, right?
Yeah.
Nancy, I wonder if you're like me. There's a lot of times where I'm so hard on myself, and my partner, Lisa, just looks at me every once in a while and she goes, I guess you can be that stupid. Like, I've told you so many times that you're so much better than you give yourself. I mean, I'll get a standing ovation and walk off the stage and go, I was about a 3.5 out of 10. And she just looks at me like, I love you so much, but this part of you, I wish you loved yourself as much as I love you.
I go through the same thing with Gopher. I always think I'm never good enough, and he's always reminding me, and if we could see through their eyes, we'd be fine, right?
Yeah.
But it's just it is a matter of just valuing ourselves and not beating ourselves up for not being perfect,
and not evaluating ourselves by what other people have said about us, right? The other people that have said things that take away all our shininess, they're not doing that for our best interests, right? So I value myself through the eyes of people that have been rude or abused me or hurt me or whatever, and I still hear those voices. I still hear that sort of part of my depression is I can hear the words that other people have said. I don't remember the
I
beating.
think it comes from a place of we are trying so hard to be perfect.
Yeah.
We're trying so hard to be great. I mean, you know, all of us, right? We want to entertain, we want to make people happy, we want to make people better. So, you know, we're constantly working on ourselves, and then we're seeing our own flaws, and then it holds us back. So it's a constant
good, Mary.
reminder to what do
Like-
I want for next year?
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I decided I'm not going to pursue pole vaulting anymore, and that's really helped. actually.
Very good idea, Taz.
Barry, how about you? Do you have any inner demons that keep popping up on you from time to time?
No, not really. I just would just to touch upon what Taz said. You know, we always walk away from an event going, you know, an event that I may think I know what we're capable of doing. So I'll walk away from an event and go, wow, that wasn't our best event. Maybe, you know, in the top 5, but definitely not the best event. And people walk out going, it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you know, it's the optics and everyone else is perceptive. So they, you know, if you're getting a standing ovation, Tazzy, they love you.
Yeah.
You couldn't have been that bad if you get 3 standing ovations, right?
Well,
So
It blew me away. One at the beginning, one in the middle, and then one at the very end. It was crazy.
I'll bet.
Here's a question for John.
What?
So Nancy and I came to see you at Yuck Yuck,
Yes, you did.
right? And the audience was one of the worst audiences I had ever seen.
That was the first show on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So, and Taz, you've possibly dealt with this as
Of
well.
course he has.
The jokes were on par. I mean, I was laughing. Nancy was laughing. There was a starter, Carol, I think is her name.
And then Carol Cunningham,
Yeah.
then
And
me,
you.
and then Falconbridge,
Yeah.
Scott Falconbridge.
And it was a great show from my perspective, but it was like you were trying to fish in the desert.
Tazzy is one of those audience that you look at them and go, "What the fuck are you doing at a comedy club?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're snake charmers. We every once in a while, I got you.
I mean,
I
I know
don't love
exactly.
doing that.
I know exactly where to hit him,
Yeah.
when to hit him, and how to him. I'm good at what I do. Patriarch, because I'm the oldest of
Yeah.
the Winnipeg comedians, so that's
Yeah.
why I call myself the patriarch. Yeah, that's a bad swear.
That's
But
self-proclaimed, too.
I'm older than you. So I'm the
Older than me?
patriarch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you are. Look at you.
Anyway,
So
they're just one of those crowds. No big deal. But
No, I know what you mean,
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
you just let it roll. You just let it roll. What can you do?
Well, you know
can't
what?
go down.
Our whole job is to smile till the end and then walk off the stage and go, "Come on, seriously." What did
But
you
the
expect?
second show-
Wait, did you think this was erotic bingo? Is this what you guys wanted to
But the second show, we smoked them. So, you know.
do?
we
Oh
gotta
man,
roll
was
with
this
it.
a Saturday early? Was Saturday early or Friday early?
it was.
The early show was a bad one,
Yeah, I know. That's
Right.
what I think. Friday or Saturday early? Because Friday early and Saturday early are
and then the
generally.
late show was good. The late
Yeah.
show was good. Oh,
Yeah.
ow.
It's the crowd too. Sometimes Saturday or Friday early, they got to get home. They got to get the kids. Whatever. I get to the. I don't want to. What are you wearing? Boom. Right. And then there's sitting there, and their mind isn't on comedy. Their mind is on, oh, look what I
No.
had to do to get to here. Right.
And you know how clubs are, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of clubs. I mostly do corporates and casinos, and where people are going to see comedy, right?
Yeah. Well, they.
And it's a different mentality, right? So you do what you got to do.
It is too, and
And our job's to make 'em
when a
laugh.
ticket is only $11 or $15 or whatever, and what I love is the people that think they're going to help the show. Those are my favorite.
There was a lot of that night.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, the clubs are what made us where we are now.
Well, 100%. Yeah.
100%, right?
Yeah.
So you got to
Well,
give credit there.
we made us who we are today, but the clubs let us shine on their stages. for
Yes.
that.
Well, we wouldn't get where we are today without stage time.
No, without
And the stage time you have when you're starting out are
Yeah.
doing the yuck tours or doing the one-nighters here and there, Weyburn, Saskatchewan, or, wherever.
The Connections Bar in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, where they had a
Beautiful place.
yeah. You and I were there, and there was a boxing ring in the middle.
That was
And,
beautiful. And the
and
time
he said,
my
"Don't make fun
Volkswagen-
of the boxing ring." What?
My Volkswagen, remember my Volkswagen blew up in Lloydminster?
Yeah, and I had to come and get you from.
You didn't have to,
I
what you
did
did.
so have
Kind
to
of.
because I loved you and I love you, and so yes, I had to go get you.
It was a blast.
It was fun.
But that's the thing. That's our job, your job, and Barry's
Barry,
job
yeah.
is a whole different realm of entertainment.
Yeah.
Our job's to make people happy, right? And so sometimes you have off nights.
And that's
Yeah.
his
You
job
know?
is to pick me up when I'm crying on the floor.
I just
Nancy,
cry.
I just
We our job as entertainers of any sort is to take people away from their lives for however long we're in front of them.
right.
Right? That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
With
Forget your
music,
day. Forget
with,
your day.
with comedy, with music, or whatever Barry does. Right? I mean, it's perfect.
It's
I
fantasy.
watch you and Barry. I mean, I was a DJ when I was still carrying like 15 milk crates full of records. So I love when
Yep.
these guys now, oh, it's so much work to set up the equipment. Really? Really? Yeah.
Absolutely. Those records were. I mean, one record's nice. You know, put it up and down. You carry 500 records.
Oh, it's
and you're
crazy.
breaking your
And
back.
in the wintertime, you got to make sure you don't drop them on the ground either, because you go
That's
to pick
right.
up your record. You're like, oh, I don't know what this one has to be. Glue this one back together.
Yeah.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. No, so
Worst thing that ever happened. My brother borrowed a bunch of my records. I said no. But then it was my first wife said, yeah, just let him borrow the damn records. Get him. He left them in the sun and they all warped.
yeah, I was
Oh.
going to say.
What
I
a
left
crime.
him back in my van. We were going to Kenosha Lake and left him in the back of my van, and it was probably 40 degrees in there. And I pick up the record and it goes,
Wait a minute. You just
oh,
went to
yeah. I just remembered Kenosha Lake.
Kenosha Lake,
That's exactly it.
and then the water slide. And you and I are staying in this haunted. The place we played was haunted.
Haunted, yeah.
Right?
The whole place was haunted.
Yeah, and then there was this big. Is that the night you rolled me up on a carpet and put me in the corner of the room? Yep.
100%. Yeah.
Long story
It
behind
wasn't-
that.
It
We
wasn't,
won't
it
bring
wasn't
it
a
up.
carpet. It was a bedspread. Because I can't say
Bedspread,
comforter.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you did well though. You did comfort it very well. There was this. It's a. Oh,
So here's
Great.
John and
but
I. We did the Drop of Doom water slide, and the staff
the drop of
let us
doom,
go
that's
in,
it.
and so the Drop of Doom water slide, 3 stories straight down, and they said, "Oh, you should put some soap on there and makes it faster." So they meant a little bit of soap. So I took the whole thing of Dawn. Okay, it's empty. And so I go down. I was probably 260 then, and much better shape, but I was 260 all day long. And I go down that water slide, and I'm like, "Oh, this is really fast." And then there was a stopping pool at the bottom that got a little bit deeper, right? So you go in and you stop. No, I went bing, bing, bing over the top.
Yeah, you
across
skimmed,
the concrete, across the grass, into the hot tub.
No, you actually hit the International Space Station.
Is that the one where the floor drops out from under
Just
you
to
when you're
pause
standing
everybody.
there?
What?
Pardon me?
Pause everybody
Is
right
that the
now.
one where
Yes,
you're
hold on.
standing and the floor drops out from under
No,
you?
this is.
Oh, yeah.
That one's the flush one that goes like that. But yeah, that's
We
crazy.
won't even bring up the big German chick. Go ahead.
We've got our next person
Tamara.
coming in. Hang on, you'll see in just a moment.
No way. Is it? Where is he? This
The
guy
guy
has
that has
been
the
on tour all
most shoes
year.
I've ever seen.
We're so hold on. We're so lucky to have him.
Come on. What's happening?
Well,
You've done this before, right?
Yeah.
Gopher? Okay.
I don't know.
I think this is having a hard time dealing with us.
Hold on, buddy. We'll get to you. I'm not allowed to touch anything. I can barely work.
I think we get the idea now.
Play it one more time.
Yeah, that way you owe him $17 for royalties.
That's
Let's begin.
Peter Pumpkinhead came to town, spreading wisdom and cash around.
Wow, what an intro.
It's awesome. You guys ever heard that song before? It's kind of cool.
Peter the
Mitch
Pumpkinhead.
George, of course, from the
It's
Crash
awesome.
Test Dummies, all around philanthropist, great guy, and a collector of the finest shoes I've ever seen on the
Yeah.
planet. Mitch, how are you?
Life is but a beautiful thing. I'm just off the road and I'm just settling
Can you hear us?
in.
I don't know. Can he hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Everybody
You
else
don't want
hear
to, but
Yeah, I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Oh, good.
Oh, there we go.
I can hear you. Yeah.
How are you, sir?
It's all the settings that I think you've got going on. Taz said he could hear me.
Yeah. I want to.
There you go. There, like Taz can hear me.
I got you. I can hear everything. Hey, Mitch.
Okay, so for the sake of
Yeah, you're there.
repeating, I've just said that I'm just fresh home off the road and trying to settle into whatever could be considered normal in my life. Normal. My normal is about 8 steps away from Taz's normal.
Yeah.
And you know how normal that is. So, how are you guys? How's everybody? I only caught the last minute and a half of conversation, which seemed to be mostly Taz.
Oh,
Okay, well, let's start from the beginning then.
really?
What? Anyways, Mitch, you just
You
came
didn't
off
miss
the road.
anything,
We've been
Mitch.
following
You didn't miss
the
anything.
tour and your shoes. So now you're home off the road. How long were you on the road? Because every time I saw you pop up on online here, you guys were like all over the place. How do you do it without burning out?
Well, we were out for 5 weeks. I think anybody who's ever been in my shoes before, you would know that when you're out for 5 weeks and you've got a show. I mean, we just did 27 shows in 32 days or something.
Wow.
You get into go mode, and I'm not going to say it becomes routine because it's not routine, but you're pointed in a particular direction. And there's really no time to sit back. And if you do have time to sit back, you get a day off, which we had one day off. And it feels really weird because you're supposed to be going somewhere. Bless you. You're supposed to be going someplace, doing something. And so it feels a little weird. I always tell people that, be careful what you wish for, because I meet so many people that say, wow, I wish I could be touring the country or touring the world like you do. And you got to tell them, it's not a big romantic thing that you think it is. And a lot of people can't survive in it. We've been doing it for 35 years. So after a period of time, you know how to prepare for a tour and you know how to handle a tour. It's relationships. It's all about relationships.
Well, they never pay us to be funny or musical. They pay us to be away from our families.
Yeah. I mean, and that's where the work is. The work is not in the show. The show is fun and great and fabulous. It's the 24 hours leading up to the show, or the 15 hours, or however long it is. Wow, another one. We've got sneezing, coughing,
And 2 other of the dwarves.
I'm fine here. So, okay. So going into 2024, now that you have this break, so to speak, I mean, you've been going hard, the whole band has. What's happening in 2024? Are you guys going to hit the road again? Well, do you think there'll be more recorded? I mean,
Will there be a Winnipeg show?
Well, we just did the Winnipeg show,
I know, I didn't get to see it.
which
That's what I'm
was
asking.
on the 21st, and I think it went really well. It was, I believe, it was sold out. I think
yes, it was, of course.
it's a really good idea. It's a really good idea for us to not wear out our welcome, and maybe something will come up. I mean, I don't know. There could be some summer festivals that come up that maybe we might do. 2024 for us holds some fun stuff. I mean, apart from some festivals during the summer, we're going out with Joan Osborne in April. We're going to be out with her for, I think, 3 shows, and then we do 3 or 4 shows on our own, and then we come back, we do another 3 shows with her, and then I think we're doing another 3 or 4 shows on our own, and then very sporadic stuff until we get to the fall. And October, November, we're scheduled, at least at this point anyway, to be in Europe. And that should prove to be yet another 40 shows in 42 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So 2024
Whoa.
should be good fun.
Wow.
Mitch,
No
and what
kidding.
about
Is there any... Go ahead.
Oh, what about your keynote, Mitch?
Naz,
Are
you had a question?
doing much of that?
Well, you know what? When COVID came along, so for my school thing anyway, when COVID came along, that changed my main sponsor. They changed their views anyway. They've gone on to do other things now, and so I haven't got that support anymore. And Alana handled me prior to, and COVID again came along, and I think she said, I don't really want to have to beat down doors, and so she's gone on to other things. So I've got some light representation. I did some stuff for SGI last year, and
Nice.
made some claim that they'd like me to do some stuff this year coming. I really love that stuff, and of course he keeps hitting me on the head because I log on to Facebook and my memories will be, as a matter of fact, a memory just came up, I think it was 3 days ago, of an event I did with Taz.
The one at the Fort Garry.
Yeah,
that was a
And,
lot of fun.
yeah. So those things come up, and I go, wow, like that stuff is just so much fun to do. I wish I'd like there to be more, but I mean, when I'm not touring with the Dummies, I've got movie soundtracks that I'm doing, and I can only spread myself so thin. I really wish the phone would be ringing and saying, "Hey, come out and speak at our event." That would be amazing. But it's not like I have trouble to sit down. I just got Taz, just the light went on. So I'm just waiting for everything to kind of fall into place. Maybe 2024 is the year that's going to happen.
Well, I just sent you a message because Lala and I started. We rebooted our agency, so we'll get you work.
My message thing just came up. It said ding.
With me.
It came up with a ding. Yeah, Nancy, you're really being quiet.
Well, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay, all right.
What's that like?
She forgot she was on camera.
No,
Yeah.
my wife likes to absorb everything and then judge us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
there we go. There we go. But,
Oh.
but Mitch, you're
Oh.
speaking. For those who
I
don't
hope
know,
you have a big couch, buddy.
Go ahead.
Actually, I do.
It looks like one of those sway back beds, from the one of the Saskatoon tour bed in a Motel 6. It kind of has that big dip in it. That's always awesome. That's always good. I love the small town gigs. This is your room, really. But no, Mitch, if I can just touch quickly, I mean, what we're speaking about is when you talk to school kids and fly out and do this whole thing, the motivation is incredibly not only important to having kids, young adults focus on not only what they're about and their dreams, but you share life experiences with them. And that's priceless, man. I mean,
Well,
so
I like to.
hopefully that'll
What I loved about Mitch's is that he took people and made them instruments, and the different instruments and different sounds, and most of them really uncomfortable. But then they saw that when they worked together, that you could see that they were having fun. Once they got over a little, no, I don't want to be the boom 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 guy, right? I want to be, And so Mitch was like, and Mitch didn't ask. Mitch was like, okay, so you're going to do this. Okay, perfect. So let's go down. And he walked around and touched all the people on the shoulder. They'd make noise, and it created music. And then when they were done, they weren't uncomfortable anymore. It was amazing to watch. It was awesome.
It is. It's an awesome thing. I'd like to take a page out of Taz's notebook, because quite often, I think when Taz is having a tough day in particular, he reminds himself that he makes a difference in people's lives, and it's, you don't have to make a difference in everybody's life if one person smiled today because you came across their path, then it's all worth it. I really wanted to do this morning was get up and post on Facebook and asking people if you woke up today, and if you did, wow, what a great start to 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I not to flip the other side of the coin on that, but if I'm playing to a room of 200 people, 300 people, whatever, and everybody's killing and having a great time, except that one guy, second row, hasn't cracked a smile in 45 minutes. That's what I focus on. You get off stage, you go, great show, you killed. Hold on. You killed. That was great. No, and that one guy I didn't get to. Why? And I'll focus on that and I'll obsess over it. And I know it's not healthy to do that, but it's the acceptance part of it, right? It's like, what nerve didn't I hit to make that one guy in this entire room laugh? Right?
Yeah, you know what, John? I'm gonna tell you a little story, if you don't mind. If I can take 2 minutes of your time.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to bore everybody, but this was a really valuable lesson, which I told today already because it came up in conversation. But a number of years ago, we have more people now. A number of years ago, I'm going to say probably 10, 11 years ago, the cooperators, which supported what I did in the schools, they brought me out to Guelph. And what they wanted me to do was they wanted me to meet all the teachers and administrators in the high schools that were in Guelph, because this is when they were looking into supporting what I do. And the idea was that we were going to meet with all the administrators. We were going to sell them on the idea that if Mitch comes to your school, he can make a difference to your kids and all this kind of stuff. And so one of the very first questions that came up was what are you going to talk about, and how much time do you need?
Yeah.
And at the time I said, well, I want 2 hours of their time. And every one of them I could see that, 2 hours. Are you kidding me? Like, that's not going to happen. And from there on, I thought everybody was sitting there with a free lunch. During the whole conversation, on my left side was a fellow who was playing with his pen. He was just, you're doing that thing where he was just kind of flipping the pen and clicking it and flipping it. Wasn't making eye contact with me, wasn't saying anything, wasn't engaging in the conversation whatsoever. And he was that guy. He was that guy in the second row that wasn't smiling, and that I thought, okay, this is just a waste of time. We should just wrap this meeting up and I should go home. And when I finished when I finished the whole thing, and I could see, okay, I'm just going to go back home to Winnipeg. Jane Russell, who was my handler at the time, said, "Are there any more questions?" And this guy, who said nothing for the entire hour that I was there, looked up and said, "In my school," which was Notre Dame in Guelph, "in my school, if you would have asked me a couple of weeks ago, does everybody feel safe in my school? I would have said absolutely." A couple of weeks ago, I got a call down to the courtyard, and I walked into the courtyard, and in the middle of the courtyard, there were two people that were kicking the snot out of each other. And every other kid was standing around in a circle, recording it with their phones. He said, "I broke that whole thing up." He said, "I was appalled by the whole thing." Then I did a survey in my school about, do you feel safe in your school? And he said that overwhelmingly, to his surprise, that all the kids did not, in fact, feel safe in their school. And he looked at me and he said, "If you want to come to my school, I'll give you the 2 hours, I'll give you 3 hours, I'll give you the morning, I'll give you the whole day, if you can turn my school around 1% or 2%. I'll give you whatever you need." And that guy completely turned that whole meeting around. All of a sudden, everybody was on a different team. That guy that's in row 2, that's not smiling, and I know it's an artist thing. It's just you don't think you're communicating to everybody. You don't know what that guy's going through in his day, and maybe he's struggling that particular day. And you know what? You might be hitting his funny bone. You might be hitting everything that's important to him. He's just not in the right space. Not in the right space to what's the word I'm looking for?
Got loose.
To send you the signals that's happening. And I got to tell you, from that day on, when I see somebody out there and I'm doing my thing and they're appearing to not engage, I automatically take it for granted that they are engaged and that they're just not in a position to be as excited as everybody else. And I could be wrong. But that day, I got to tell you, and a gentleman's name was Frank. Cannot remember his last name, but he turned my whole perception of that issue around. Sorry to bore you with that little story, but
No,
No, it's good.
information.
It's not like I changed the
I,
show.
I remember being in Gretna, Manitoba, doing their anniversary show for I think their
Quit bragging.
50th anniversary of the Mennonite school. And I'm doing my show and it's packed. It's just packed. People are standing. It's packed. It's crazy. And a lady in the front row, babushka, the entire time. The entire time. Applause break. Laughter. That was it. I get a standing ovation. This lady comes from up the stage stairs with purpose. Like I thought I was going to get a fresh one in public, right? Like with purpose. Comes walking up to me and she looks at me and I'm like, oh, please make this be over as quickly as possible. She goes, "You's the funniest person I ever saw in my life. I never laughed so hard in my life." And I wanted to go, you should have told your face, because like he couldn't at all once, right? Another time I did a show for Tim Haig, and I said, "I'm sorry, I didn't get them." He goes, "Taz, they stand up at the end." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "But I didn't get them during the show. They look at they had no expression on their faces." And Tim looks at me like I'm an idiot. He goes, "They all have Parkinson's, so they don't have expressions on their face. You have to go by what you saw at the end."
Hey.
Oh,
And I went, "Oh yeah."
yeah. You never know what's going on.
Never.
No,
you never
no,
do.
that's
But you know what?
That's
If
a
you
good
go up
lesson.
there
That's
and
a very good lesson.
Last night,
yeah,
last
you
night I
do
was
do the
DJing
best
a
you can in the
wedding
moment you
social
have, and
New
hope
Year's
for
Eve.
the best.
Oh, Mark's
No,
just
that's
talking.
okay. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
Yep.
Yeah. So
They always do.
last night I was DJing a social for New Year's Eve. The dance floor.
Pushing on the
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna bring up Dave right now in just a
The
moment. here.
sports doctor.
But one of the things that I noticed was that the dance floor was moving, the dance floor was popping, I had 4 hours worth of requests. And I wasn't picking music, I was just playing the requests. Dance floor was moving. And you know what I focused on? People who were not dancing. And I was like, what am I doing wrong? I wasn't thinking about the people that I was actually entertaining.
Yeah.
I was worried about the people that were just sitting there, pulling their tickets apart and whatever. And I don't know how to get past that.
Well, it doesn't matter what form of entertainment you're in. You always, in my opinion, you see that, like I said, that one person or
Yeah.
that kid you were talking about, Mitch, that really like makes it spin. It's not like it affects your show while you're on stage, but afterwards you're going, man, why didn't I connect? And you're right. Everybody has different days. Everybody has different lives.
Barry's got a hand up.
Barry looks like he's trapped.
Yeah,
inside
go
a
ahead,
box.
Barry.
I didn't want to interrupt. I think all of those stories are amazing, and I think they're all correlated too. And Mark kind of just summed it all up. The thing is,
Mark.
as a DJ, you're not playing to just the people on the dance floor. Even though somebody may not be on the dance floor or somebody in the second row may not be laughing, and Mitch had a really great little story about that. That doesn't mean they're not engaged, right? We don't know. And one of the things that I really focus on is I don't care about a dance floor when I'm DJing. I care about everyone in the room. Because the average dance floor holds maybe 60, 70 people. So when you have 250, 300 people in a room and you have 70 people on the dance floor, most DJs say, oh, it's packed. I packed the dance floor. But there's still 225 people standing around that are not on the dance floor. What are they doing? Are they feeling the music, feeling the atmosphere, and engaged? And I think that's all part and parcel. So the people that aren't dancing, Mark, they're probably still enjoying themselves. They just don't want to dance.
Oh,
If they don't leave, they're having fun.
Oh, hi.
Hold on. We're going to pull, guys, we're going to pull back on the chat about the entertainment for a minute. We have a very good friend of mine and the most knowledgeable man I know dealing with sports. And this is today we had the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. We had whatever bowl. And now what are you doing? Get out of my way. Anyways, I'd like to introduce, ladies and gentlemen, he's been sitting here patiently. Oh, the sports doctor, Mr. Dave Patrician. Hello, Dave.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. I appreciate that. But,
Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can.
I can.
I can
Good.
hear you.
I'm
I
here.
can hear
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, you're talking about the entertainment business, and I used to wrestle professionally in the ring, and I remember there was one time when we went to the
Yes.
finish of the match. We had a series of matches, myself and my partner Mike Stone against this tag team, Leather and Lace, and they had their valet. And the first time that they were the champions and we were the challengers. So we wrestled. And then it gets to the end of the match, and their valet sprays hairspray in my eyes. And of course, I take the bump and I get pinned. And then next time we had the return match because that dastardly, the dastardly. So we basically do the exact same match. And when it comes to the finish, and she gets up there to spray the hairspray, but I grab her arm, and of course, in a professional wrestling way, everybody hold that slow thing, and the referee's back is turned. I grab the hairspray. I spray Brian. I spell Bobby, my opponent's, right? Referee turns around, calls for the bell, disqualified, right? And of course, everybody's there. But I heard one guy in the crowd go, "Of course." Right? And I go, "Why? I thought that was an original finish." But you get fixated on sometimes on the crowd like that.
Nobody wants to weigh in on that, or
Yeah, crickets.
No, it's still true
What
though.
are you
Even,
gonna do?
as a teacher,
What are you
and
gonna
I'll
do?
have 30, 35
Sprain your face?
students in front of me, and a lot of them look like they're not paying attention, or then they start chatting with one another. And then when I see their assignments and I see their exams, I'm like, what? So we can't go by what we see, because some of my best students are the ones that non-verbally are not, expressing interest yet. They're really absorbing. They're really absorbing. So
especially
and focus on the good.
learners,
Focus on the good. Our favorite song, or my favorite song is "Look to the Good." Who sings that, hun? Mark.
You shouldn't call me hun. Oh, Mark.
Gopher.
Gopher, can you hear us at all?
Gopher, can you hear me?
You know what? I think that John and Gopher have a massive lag.
I don't know.
You know what? You guys are. Can you hear us on?
I'm not in charge of anything, man.
I muted our mic so that we were in turn.
Oh, no. It's him. But Dave,
Yes.
let's talk about sports.
There,
Sure,
Jason.
Okay. How
But a good
Thank
year.
you very much.
2023?
Very, a good year for franchises. Except that I'm a season ticket holder of the Winnipeg Gold Eyes. They had that down year. They replaced their manager. Winnipeg Jets are flying. Highest, best record in the NHL in the month of December. Back-to-back wins against the Minnesota Wild. I went down to Hamilton to watch the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in the Grey Cup. Came away disappointed second year in a row. But anytime a team can go to the dance, can go to the Grey Cup, the championship 4 times in a row, is nothing to sneeze at. I think most of the team is going to probably come back in a very good capacity next year. So I think we're set for years to come with the Mike O'Shea and Kyle Walters, and of course Wade Miller leading the charge there. It's been a phenomenal year of sports.
Right on. Now, what do you see coming forward? Now, I mentioned the Sugar Bowl and the Rose Bowl, big time for college football right now. And then, of course, we got the Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah. Well, Michigan
Give
dominated
me your
the
thoughts on
Rose.
that, young David.
Yeah. Well, Michigan, of course, dominated the Rose Bowl, and we've got Washington and Texas in the Sugar Bowl. That's getting underway right now. But in terms of the National Football League,
Right.
Of course, I follow along very closely. My team's the Minnesota Vikings. I'm a season ticket holder. Another season of disappointment after dropping a home game in the Twin Cities yesterday. to the Green Bay Packers, but there's still a hope. There's still hope. But, you know, when you watch this year, and I think a couple of weeks ago we saw a preview of the Super Bowl. I think the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, I think those are the best teams in their respective divisions. And we're going to see, you know, you can never rule out the Kansas City Chiefs. They seem to gain momentum when it comes to playoff time, but Baltimore looks really strong in the AFC, and San Francisco looks really strong in the NFC.
You know, Dave, we are listening. It's just I don't know why there's no response from anybody after you're done talking.
It's like Youngberg. I'm like Youngberg at Yuck Yucks or something. No response. No problem.
We're all in the second row. We're all in the second row.
I've never had this many people on at one time, so we're getting a lot of lag.
Okay, now everybody talks at once. This is great. This is how the voices in my head feel.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. I feel like I'm on the Brady Bunch.
Here's a story.
Exactly.
Hello, Peter.
This is the worst. This is the worst Brady Bunch ever.
Brady. We all know the song. All right. So, David, DDP,
Yes, sir.
sports doctor. What are your predictions as far as the Bombers? Now, I'm an idiot when it comes to sports. I like baseball. Sorry. I'm a Red Sox guy.
Yes, you are.
And from Boston, I kind of legally have to be. As far as 2024 comes, how many of the teams do you think who might have lagged last year? Not baseball, but is it younger teams that didn't do well this year? Do you think there's a place for the maturity to kick in, the experience to kick in? Let's talk with the CFL. Let's talk about the CFL.
Well, you know, we saw the Toronto Argonauts not make it out of the East to the Grey Cup, defeated Montreal. I think the little more seasoning on Chad Kelly. He's a tremendous talent. He just choked in the big game. That's a very young team and very well-coached team. So I think Toronto is going to be a dominant force once again in the East. How many years in a row could Edmonton be bad? I mean, something's got to turn around there in the West. BC Lions I think they're going to remain strong.
I got it.
Yeah. Calgary Stampeders, you know, you never can with the management and the coaching and the experience they have in the and I say in the coaching ranks, the front office, you never can rule them out. The wild card will be the Saskatchewan Roughriders with a new head coach, the guy coming over from Toronto. His name is escaping me right now, but it's that's a wild card. You never know. And sometimes look what's happened in Ottawa. You know, they had Paul LaPolice there. The team didn't do very well. They got rid of him. Bobby Dice came in. You know, that didn't work out. The team's not doing really well in Ottawa. So, you know, you don't know what the change in coaching staff is going to do. You know, one thing about Saskatchewan, they got a run up. They got the coach in place prior to December. So he can make some moves. He can impact the draft. He can impact free agency. So we'll see where there. But I think when you talk about who's going to be in the Grey Cup, which is going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia in November. I believe it's going to be the Winnipeg Blue Bombers again. And I think this time we're going to face the Toronto Argonauts in a rematch of the 2022 Grey Cup.
And I think that Corey Mace, when he gets his hooks into the ride. I'm a Riders fan, and I'm a Bombers fan as well because I know a lot of the Bombers, as you know, Davey.
Yep.
But I think once Corey Mace gets in there, they're going to stop worrying about what's happening right this second and worry about what's going to happen in the next 2 seasons. So they're not going to trade away a bunch of. Yeah. If it wasn't for the Riders trading away quarterbacks, there wouldn't have been any decent quarterbacks in the last Grey Cup, right? Because they were both traded away by Saskatchewan, right? So
yeah, and that's the curious thing, Taz, is and how the general manager keep his position, because you know that's the you know being a Saskatchewan guy, and I have a lot of friends that are Saskatchewan Roughrider fans, and I got friends that. I get friends I visit in Regina all the time, and everybody wants to talk football, and it's just so curious, like how that guy kept his job. Like
I don't know how O'Day is still got a job. Like it's O'Day, if you got rid of O'Day and then brought in somebody that saw, okay, I need 3 years, right? We're going to be terrible for 3 years. Oh, really? Well, we've been terrible for the last 6.
Yeah.
So let's be terrible for 3 more years, and then all of a sudden, boom, we'll be fine, right? But they keep trading away the talent. to try to fix what's broken, and what's broken is the general manager.
Yeah, that's a curious decision by Craig Reynolds and the crew there. But it's like it's almost seems panic mode there because what you said, the curious moves last year, and we saw the crowds dwindle. I mean, they're not any trouble like they were years and years and years ago, prior to Mosaic Stadium being built, and when they went on a real hot streak in the 2000s and stuff, and started getting good crowds again.
Right.
But it's that panic mode, and it's that spiral, right? That people stop going and they start complaining, and social media starts going on and becomes like, I don't want to go to a Rough Rider game. So I hope it doesn't come to that, because you need Saskatchewan in the league, because it makes it much more competitive, and it makes for a much better atmosphere in September at the Banjo Bowl.
And you know what? Best for many years in a row, the Riders, they're Bombers and Riders fans are the best in the league. Riders fans more so, and I'm not saying that because but the Riders are the only team in the CFL. There's only 2 teams, one CFL, one NFL, that had to stop selling season tickets so they could have walk-up tickets, and that's Green Bay and that's Saskatchewan.
Mm-hmm.
Both of those guys, they're diehard fans. They're crazy, great diehard fans who just want to go and see a football game. If we win or lose, it's just whether or not we cheer or bitch about it, right? There's nothing else. It's just about you go there, and it's a culture.
100%. Like I was, I travel there frequently with business, and when I was there a Friday in March a couple of years back, and I could not believe, like, you go into the bank, you go into restaurants, everybody's wearing Rider jerseys. I go, is it something there? Is there a game? Is something I missed? Is there something going on? But it's crazy. And especially on game day, because I was reading somewhere the other day that when they put a bunch of games, because they get a lot of Saturday games, but it says it kills retail, like kills restaurants on Saturday night.
Yeah, it does.
People are focused, either they're at the game or they're watching it on television, and it kills a lot of commerce on Saturday nights out there.
I love the fact that they didn't like where their stadium was, so they moved it 18 feet away from the other stadium, and they still causes these big giant travel. But we Manitoba and Saskatchewan we're the best. It's the best rivalry in any sports, I believe.
I know that when the Bombers weren't doing well in the the early 2010, 11, 12, they would consider that Calgary was a better rivalry for them, because both teams were pretty competitive then. But I think the Winnipeg Saskatchewan rivalry has jumped ahead again, and where it should be, because it is fun. Because I know I go out to the Labor Day game, and I know that I've welcomed friends and fans that come in for the Banjo Bowl, and it's a good time.
Can I just interject, if I may?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I got to look that word up. Hang on.
Put your hand down, Dave. The question I have today, that I hate to break up your banter there, but I would get up this morning and say, what am I going to talk to Dave about? I've known you for, I don't know how many, 20-something years. And you're very knowledgeable about sports, and I'm not. And you know that very well. But I was thinking, if you could just settle a bet, is darts a sport?
Darts fall
And
into here's what I think. Darts fall into that category of non-sport, but a game. Just like I think golf is a game. I think figure skating is not really a sport. I think it's more of a athletic competition. I think sports is one-on-one. Like that's like mano, female against female. Darts is just a game. It's like no different than some guy playing.
Put your hand down.
You put a goalie into darts. That's a sport.
Yeah, competitive darts. Yeah, because I was in.
I was just going to say, if you had lawn darts and you had a goalie position.
Yeah.
Full contact lawn darts.
Yeah, I was in Ontario a couple of weeks ago. I played competitive archery with the big foam things, and you run around with the hockey helmets.
I love it.
That is a sport. Maybe we could get that in the darts or something like that. Put big pads on, put little targets on the guy. Maybe protective, the helmet protective. Maybe not.
Did you say put?
You got to run around. You got to run around and shoot darts.
I know that Taz was a javelin catcher.
Oh yeah, one hand.
Very nice.
Dave's frozen.
Yeah. No, Dave's not frozen. You guys are frozen. John and
Oh, yeah.
Gopher are
What?
frozen.
Everybody's there.
Well, you know what? You're the only one that I can hear breaking up. So I don't know if it's my feed or the fact I don't want to be here anymore.
Crap.
We might have too many on.
And
I don't want to
No,
be
I think-
here.
so
This
with
is how
that-
John's moving to me. He's like,
He's got the laser effect on too.
that's how it looks.
Yeah, and he's got.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
it's
frozen.
okay.
John's frozen like you
For
said.
2024.
Yeah. Final words
Where
for
did Taz
2024.
go?
He's coming back.
We got this black screen.
Not hearing.
Hi.
Not hearing you.
John Youngberg.
We're
Let's
the
just
ones
talk,
getting the
let's
black
just
screen.
talk amongst ourselves, folks.
Oh, there he is.
There you go.
So
Yeah. I think
Very
what we
gay.
need is John.
Final
We need
words
Mark to
for,
get better Shaw service.
I think they want to do final words of 2024. Taz, go.
2024 is going to be the
got
most
pedaling as
amazing
fast as
year
you
as
can.
long as you
I've
let
gotta
it be
get
the
that-
most amazing year.
I
If
gotta
you
fix
invite it
that.
to be the most amazing year, you will self-prophesize and create what you want. Take a moment to sit down every day and be thankful for just being able to breathe and be angry. If you're depressed, be thankful for that. Reach out and ask for help, because when you ask for help, you know that there's something there. And if 2024 becomes too much, just get some help. 988 is the mental health thing. Go see a comedy show, hug people. Take the time this year in 2024. I've got a list of people every month that I'm going to reach out and say, hey, thinking about you, miss you, and I love you. And so if you surround yourself with your own love, nothing else in this world can happen but you give love to other people. That's just all I'm thinking.
Wow.
Oh, and chicken wings. Lots and lots of chicken wings.
Fantastic, man.
Very gay.
I couldn't have said that better myself.
I knew you were going to end it on that note. I knew
my
you would
wife
say
and I
something,
have
man.
this. We're looking forward to many adventures in 2024. We're going to do another 50 years around the sun, and we hope everyone has an amazing 2024 and their own amazing adventures. Fist bump.
Mitch.
I just got a fist bump.
Perfect. Nancy.
Yeah, I mean, Tazzy and Barry said it. You know, just
Anybody.
what we all said. You know, and just be gentle on yourself. Just be gentle on yourself. Have fun. You know, don't put so much. We put so much pressure on ourselves, and we really need you to just lighten up. And then I think the things we really want to achieve are just going to happen. So that's what I have to add to it.
Wow,
I love it.
Perfect.
Mitch?
I wish I could jump on the calendar year thing with everybody, but I
Mitch?
can't.
He's coming.
I'm always happy when I open up my eyes in the morning, and you know, and for me that's the start of the year, whatever year that is, and I, you know, it's one day at a time. I'm always too close to the idea that I might not wake up tomorrow, and so I'm going to make the best of today. You know, and if that goes through the CRA calendar year,
Right now.
then fantastic. But you know, but I have to keep it down for myself. You know, I live every minute like it's my last, and I can tell you straight out every day. I you can talk with most people that are you know, within my circle, and they'll tell you straight out every day is I live it like it's my last. I leave no stone unturned, and whatever I say, whatever words I leave the room with, if I don't wake up tomorrow, the memory will be at least that he said something kind, and that's you know, that's my 2024. But my 2024 is every day. I'm not looking at it for the whole year, because you know, so sometimes things are not within our control. And so you've got to be able to say this is what I have today. And you know, and the Rough Riders, they got a beautiful stadium. They really do. I was just there. I was just a couple days ago, actually, a week ago, and it's a beautiful stadium. But you know, crazy things happen, and teams fall apart. And so, if they're playing great today, they got my money.
Yep. Awesome.
Wow, tumbleweeds.
Right on.
No, what's
Hey.
happening is that Johnny and Gopher are lagging about 4 or 5 seconds behind all of us.
Dave?
4 or 5, yeah. Is it a calendar? Like, are they still in 2023?
They are still in 2023. If you die, I'm taking your shoes.
Yeah. You can have. Is there any
Yeah, we're
particular
lagging
pair
really
you want?
Yes, one of
There's,
each.
there's 20 pair. So which one would you like?
I'll tell you what. I'll trade you my 22 pairs, and you can have your 20 pair, and we'll just have shoes back and forth.
Yeah, sure. That'd be great.
I think that they're trying to signal to me to wrap it up in terms of what I think, but I think everybody, like, you know, Taz, to take part.
I got one pair of dress shoes and one pair of runners.
Barry and Chris with Mitch
Oh, yeah.
and Nancy, what y'all said, but everybody have more fun. Everybody have fun in 2024. Like, you know, we came through some pretty serious years. We did the COVID thing. Yeah, provincial elections. People seem to really put a lot of hate into everything now. A lot of, you know, you can't have an opinion because your opinion's always wrong. But I think you just basically try to have more fun, and it'll take a little bit, but be kind a little bit more to everybody and a little bit more tolerant of everybody because, yeah, there's a lot of idiots out there. And you might know them. We might even be talking to them right now. But the bottom line
Yeah.
is have some fun. Have more fun in 2024.
And be kind.
Yeah, there you go. I hope that Gopher and John get that message before, before we start looking at 2025.
Yeah.
I got the message.
You haven't got it yet.
Watch
I'll tell
this
you.
because we know it's streaming properly. It's just not happening here very well. What we'll do is we'll say goodbye to everybody. And we thank you for coming on with us today and starting off the new year right.
Peace and love and enjoy family. Mitch, I agree. Having just lost my older brother suddenly, not to be a downer, but tomorrow's not promised to anybody. So, and in Dave's message, just have fun. Just have fun. Be loving. Be kind. And take care of each other. It's that simple, really.
Yeah.
And take care of yourself.
Well, thank you all for coming.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
Love
New
you
Year.
all.
Happy New Year, everyone.
And John, that date
Happy
is
New Year.
January 26th. 26. Peace
Yo!
out.
What?
Hang on.
There we go. Good enough. Send me a message. I didn't hear anything what he said. Just like
I didn't hear anything you said either.
Oh, good. Nice contraption you got here. Was it made of wood? See y'all later. All right. Right on.
All right.
Adios.
All right. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's smoothing out now because there's only you and me now.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm serious when I say, I'm going on. They technically can't call me cancer-free for 5 years.
Okay.
But 2 years without anything showing up. I just had another thing. So thankful for that. My grandkids and my family, love them very much. And I hope you all will have a great 2024. And
Yeah.
I'm very rarely serious, but I am now. And I love you. You're a good friend. And do not hit me. And
Oh, yeah.
shut up. I'm talking.
Shaquette.
Oh, for the love of God. I'm trying to be hallmarkish and you're just being a schmuck. Okay. Have a great year and take care of each other. And seriously, peace. Just be kind.
Oh, I didn't get to show you this.
Oh, God.
30 minutes and 30 seconds. Check this out.
I'm not going to watch something for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Did
I got
he-
my haircut.
Did
See,
he?
look.
Did he seriously cut your eyebrows with scissors?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
He did my eyebrows. He actually did my inside my ear.
I don't want to hear about
I
this.
didn't know I had hair inside my ear.
Oh, you did. I sit next to you all the time when we do this stuff. I live with you. One time something came out and grabbed my neck. So you should get like Bo Derek beads on that stuff. Anyways,
Hey,
now
before
what
we go-
was a lot of
before we
fun.
go- Before we go, do you remember this?
No, for crying out loud, Mark. I want to go home. Oh God, yeah. And when you look at the tree wrong, all you saw was sex.
I know, right? We had to move the camera.
That was good.
Was that great?
Yes.
And then, like you said, when you sat in the wrong spot, all you saw was sex.
Yeah, there's a sign behind a tree, and if you look at the wrong way, Christmas tree, then the word sex.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
that is now
Boys,
what?
boys and girls, and children of all ages.
You've just been tortured for the last hour and 27 minutes.
Yes.
So we are going to say goodbye with this. Happy New Year. All the best.
We'll be
and
back soon. Don't worry.
We'll do this again.
Yep.
I just got to find our end credits here. Hang on. a second.
Okay,
There
you
it
find
is.
the end credits. I'll just sit here and look, whatever.